Hey guys, welcome back. I have some pretty exciting stuff to show you guys. I need to show y'all Ingrid. She's absolutely ridiculous. She is busted. I don't have Pope, so I can't really compare her to Praetus, but she's definitely the best hero I've ever used in this game so far. Her AoE damage is absolutely insane, and her single target damage is insane. She's just ridiculous. Now, I also used all my soul stones on her, so I got her to A3 instantly. I do not regret it. I think it's going to be really good. I think she has one of the best A3s in the entire game. She's not max skilled yet. I'm still missing 2 skill crystals, so hopefully by tomorrow I should have her maxed, but it doesn't even matter. She still slaps. I don't know what happened, but someone left her in the oven way too long, bro. She's way overcooked. So for any of y'all that don't know much about her or don't really understand what all the fuss is, let's talk about it, and let's talk about what she does. So first, she's a Watcher Lord, okay? She's also an Arbiter, but she's not an Arbiter Lord, just a Watcher Lord. She increases her faction team members' basic attributes by 15%, okay? That's pretty standard. Periodically increases faction team members' damage and healing bonus by 50% for 20 seconds. The more faction allies there are on the team, the more frequently that takes effect. And then after she deals damage to an enemy, your faction team members deal 20% extra damage to that enemy for 3 seconds. That's ridiculous. So basically, she is an AoE and a single target damage. So she's got solar mode and stellar mode, and her ultimate essentially is always available. And when you use her ultimate, she uses all of her stacks of whatever she's built up, and then she goes into the other mode. So one of them is an AoE mode, and then one of them is a single target mode. So she starts in solar mode when you deploy her, and that is her AoE attack. So right when you deploy her, if you want single target damage, you would just click her ultimate, and then she would go into the stellar mode. Mode infused with the might of the stars, excelling in dealing with a single powerful enemy. So her whole kit is built around switching between AoE damage and single target damage depending on what you need. But yeah, her ult is as simple as that, just switching her stances. And then for her basic attack, depending on what mode she's in, she either deals 115% AoE damage to 8 enemies. That goes up to 120% when she's fully maxed. And then when she's in stellar mode, the single target mode, she deals 57% damage 2 times to 1 enemy. And then that damage will go up to 60% when I get this final skill crystal. So what is her talent? Whenever she launches 4 basic attacks, the next basic attack is a solar flare. So what is the solar flare? Deals 320% AoE damage up to 15 enemies in a massive range. It's an incredible range. It's a ton of damage, okay? So every 4 basic attacks, she launches this massive flare. And then when she's in her single target stance, 4 basic attacks, the next one is a star shower, and that deals 50% damage to 1 enemy in range 12 times, okay? So 12 hits in a row. So every 4 basic attacks, depending on what stance she is, she puts out either a flare or a star shower. Every time she puts out one of those, she gets 1 point or orb thing over her head, and it can stack up to 5. All right. And each one of those increases her damage by 5% up to, whatever, 25%. But once she gets to those max stacks, she triggers her overload for whatever that stance is. So Stellar Overload increases attack by 30%, during which the ultimate cannot be used. Stellar energy will be cleared when the effect duration ends. So basically, once she gets to the max stacks, she uses up the rest of her orbs on like this massive burst damage window. The other thing to note is that if you ever do switch stances, then it immediately uses all of your, solar energy points or whatever you've built up, and then switches your stance. Another crazy passive, whenever she's dealing those flares, it does true damage. So her solar flare, her AoE attack, deals an extra true damage 1 time equal to 120% of the hero's attack to all enemies hit. That's bonkers. And then each time she does damage in the single target mode with her star shower, it has a 25% chance of inflicting burning as well as radiant erosion. 2 great debuffs to do a lot of damage. Now, let's talk about her awakenings, because I have her A3. So her A1 enhances her single target mode. So when she's in her single target mode, she deals 20% increased damage to targets inflicted with radiant erosion and receives 20% less damage from targets inflicted with radiant erosion. So every time she puts out one of those star showers, she has a chance to inflict radiant erosion and burning. So she's putting radiant erosion out pretty well, and so she's going to receive 20% less damage from them and do 20% more damage to them. So I have that, and then for her A2, it's just increasing her attack by 300% and then extra faction team damage by 5%. Not bad. Her A3 is what is crazy. This is why. So if you remember, whatever stance she's in, she builds up these stacks, these orb things, right? When she gets to 5 stacks of those, she goes into that overlord state where she does a ton more damage. Well, when she's in that state with her A3, every 1 basic attack triggers that massive damage boost. Typically, to get 1 stack, you'd have to do 4 basic attacks. So it goes from 4 basic attacks to 1 basic attack. So she's triggering these flares constantly, and it makes her do absolutely crazy damage. Now, outside of just showing this beast off, right? What am I making this video for? Because if you read the title, you did not come to see me yap, you came to see what all the fuss is about. Well, let me show ya. So in Immortal Codex right now, for Arbiter of Frost, I'm ranked 64 in the world. How? I have no idea. Guys, last time Arbiter of Frost was around, I barely hit S. Like, I was at A+, and I barely hit S 1 time. I couldn't even replicate it, but that was my best score ever. And I'm at SS+, number 64 in the world. The only thing that changed on my account is Ingrid. That's how broken she is. I'm going to show you the team. I'm going to do another run. This took quite a few runs for me to get this top score because I wanted to push into the top 100 because I could feel it. I knew it was going to happen with how good she was. So I don't know if I'll beat this record. I ran this quite a few times and focused a lot on timings, but yeah, I just want to kind of showcase her in Arbiter of Frost, because if you did get Ingrid and you're looking to get a new best Arbiter of Frost score, there you go. All right, so here's the team we're using. Again, just to go through the gear, we have Ingrid, max crit rate over 300% crit damage, really high attack speed. Her attack is at like 24k. And then for her artifact, we're running a max tier of Twilight, so pretty dang good. Alistair, we have him built decent. He's got really high attack as well, 280% crit damage, 340 attack speed. Not the most insane build, but not bad. Almost 20k attack. Pretty good. And then for Alistair's artifact, we're running not a max tier Twilight, but pretty close, 22. Next, we have Constance. So I actually have Constance in an Invigoration set. I've seen a lot of top players run her in a Glacier set. I just didn't, I haven't focused on the stats that I need on a Glacier set for her. So I need to start keeping an eye out for that, because I think Glacier could potentially be better on her if you have the right stats. But so I have her built with around close to 17k attack, pretty high attack speed at 405, and then some rage regen as well. And then for her artifact, I'm running a maxed Astral Obelisk. Next, we have Elowyn. Just have her in an Invigoration build with like ridiculously high attack speed. And then I'm running her with a Golden Scarab. And really, like, you're just running Elowyn mainly for the rage regen in this, because yeah, her rage regen is just insane. And then next we have Nisalt, the GOAT epic of this fight. He's so good. Got him in a Soulbound Arcana as well with pretty dang high crit damage, really high attack speed. His attack could definitely be higher at 12.5, but that's what we're working with. And then for his artifact, I just threw on an Unfortunate Skull. I don't have any other tier of Twilights, unfortunately, or that's what I would put on him. And then last but not least, we have Zilitu. I don't have her skilled at all outside of just like what I could do without crystals. And then for her gear, I'm running an Infernal Roar set, pretty high crit damage, high attack speed, max crit rate. So decent build on her as well. And then I'm just running a Realm Tear on her for the artifact. That's the gear and the heroes. Let's go ahead and hop in. I'll show you the placement and let's see what we can do. All right, we're in this. It's pretty autopilot for the most part, but I'm gonna place Ingrid first. Gonna switch her to her Single target stance. Next, we're gonna place Zilitu, Constance, Nisalt, and then Alistair. All right, and we're cooking. Boom. Popping everyone's ults, especially when he's vulnerable after those shields. Next shield's about to come up. I'm not gonna have Constance. Oh, I did get her ready. That's pretty clutch. I'm just autoing for now. I'll probably try to time them a little bit better as we get further on into the fight, but I'm not gonna have Constance's back for that, unfortunately. Have it for this though. Beautiful. And I'll get his back in a second here. Let's go. All right, once we get closer to down into the 2 minutes window, that's when it gets kind of hard. So, all right, we have to watch a little bit better moving forward. Well. Ooh, we barely got that. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's getting tight. So I think now is when we need to slow down. The question is, are we in bad shape since we used Nisalt? We might be. Beautiful. I'm gonna save Nisalt's. Need it for the next shield for sure. 1 minute left. I think it's after this one right here. He's gonna do it again. This one might be really hard to get past. I hope he goes one more. Nah. All right, this is gonna be tight. We really need Zilitu here. Don't think we got this. Oh, it's so close though. I just hope they stay alive. Okay, they're kind of staying alive. I shouldn't use Zilitu's though. Salt almost died, but barely made it. We'll take it. Got our SS Plus. Go ahead and use Artemis, or Alistair. Might as well, it's almost over. I think we're gonna get clapped pretty hard by this one. Yeah, that one killed us. And we're done, that's it. It's not a record by any means. My record was like 1.8 million, so we're like 200K off of where my record was. So, but I wasn't gonna try to break that record. It took me a while and really focusing on trying to time my ults for those shields. But really what I wanted to show you guys is just how ridiculously broken Ingrid is. I mean, are you kidding me? On my top 100 attempt, she broke well over 200 million. I mean, let's see what the damage was actually. So if we go to the leaderboard and we actually look at my top score, which was 1.8 million in the damage, she did 243 million damage. Yeah. Number 5 has Ingrid. I'm surprised she's not in more teams, honestly. I mean, well, she's in a lot, actually. She is in a lot of teams. She's really good. I cannot imagine having her partnered with Praetus. Like, some of these people, that's insane. All in all, I don't really know what to say about this hero, guys. I am really, really happy that I have her, but yeah, she's just, I don't know, she's strong. Like, she's power creep for sure. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really excited. This is the first time I've been top 100 in Codex in any of the codexes, so really pumped about that. But if you did like the video, please click the like button. Helps me out a lot. And if you enjoy the content, enjoy hanging out with me, enjoy the vibes, then feel free to subscribe. I really appreciate all your support. But that's going to do it for this one. I do plan on doing some testing with Ingrid and Simra tomorrow after reset, so stay tuned for that. I'm definitely excited to test her out there. But until then, see ya.